Oh, hang on. We've got more that we can do here now. Trait deck. Cool. I don't appear to be able to interact with these at all. So, thumbs up. Good. We'll see what happens with those in the run. There's the wheat field and the village. We'll definitely be turning both of those on. Do I turn Grove off? If I turn Grove off, I need to turn Blood Grove off. Otherwise, that doesn't make sense. Vampire Mesh was kind of cool. I don't know if I want it. Let's try this. I think I like this as it currently stands. Send them. Hey, hang on. We got a new resource. Heroes health and XP points. We are finally an RPG. Village number 1. Also, as a preventative measure against the Lich Castle spawning in the area, let's get some spider cocoons down near the cozy camp. Battlefield soon thereafter, though. That's good. Village. First they'll feed you, then they'll make you work. Gives you 20 health and a quest. 20 health and a quest. So I should probably put this down sooner rather than later. Earlier rather than later. But it has the wheat fields, if I recall correctly, can only be played adjacent to a village. So I'm gonna want to put it on a corner, I think. Okay, I think our quest is kill this, right? The slime that has a crown. Grove. Spawn that again in the future. So we're looking at like the Grove Cemetery stint, which will be like around here. I'll probably want that there, so the Grove goes there. Armor up. Yeah, the crown unit is the quest. Excellent. A bunch of empty spaces around a Treziori. How big does a village get before a village becomes a city? Masters of trading their poverty for someone else's. Spawns banded on an adjacent tile every 2 days. They prefer villages, and they appear for every 2 village tiles you have. Or maybe they don't. Maybe that just doesn't happen instead. Peace, bandits. Okay, cemetery. We know that goes there at least. That goes there. That goes there. I'm really liking the treasury strap. On second thought, let's not raid the village. 'Tis a silly place. Give me something worthwhile. 2 pieces that go for the same slot. Well, our definitions of worthwhile differ. I'll go with the one that gives us greater attack speed as well as evasion. I think those more comfortably translate themselves directly into the kinds of statistics we are going to be caring about. Okay. Quest goal, plus 200% HP. Artificial life and liquid. Seems to have more HP than a standard bear. Quest done! 10% counter, and we get the rock. Grove go on the other side of that one. All's going well. Okay, so it looks like the quest can spawn on anyone. Can I have 2 quests at the same time? Because we've only got 1 quested enemy at the moment. Gotta point out a misplay, Raps. We didn't give a one-liner before destroying the bandit camp. Oh, God. You're right. I'm gonna have to bake a correct one by the time we destroy the next. Buying myself a ridiculous amount of time there. Wheat fields. Haystacks look like a cozy place to rest, but you have to move on. Can only be placed next to a village. Plus 10% to healing adjacent villages. Spawns a scarecrow. Right. Okay, so it's on the path. I see. Wheat fields lead into it. So you can have 2 quests at the same time, but you can't get a quest and turn in a quest on the same loop. And you place one of your villages before the other one and after you, so now you have alternating quests per loop. Oh, okay. So each village maximum gives you 1 quest per 2 loops. Because it gives it to you... I mean, I guess it gives it to you, you complete it on that loop, and then you go back, and then it possibly gives another one, and you complete it. So it's desynced if it spawns ones before itself, so you want it relatively early on in your run, I guess. Thank you for filling our quest. Giant upgrade on the shield, thank you. Another wheat field. So is the placement there and then another village and there and then another village and just continuing along that way? Seems it to me. Everyone spawns over here. Vampirism of 13% versus more attack speed and pure damage. I'm gonna go with the pure attack speed and damage. I think I'm going to need damage more than anything else at the moment, especially considering our weapon is garbage trash from hell. Oh, no longer replace it with an axe. That one's sharper. Almost got the harpies to come out too. There's our gargoyles beginning. There's our harpies as well. So the gargoyles are 1 every 3 days. Harpies are 1 every 2 days. I think I will hold this meadow for the next appearance of a treasury. Regen per second of 1.2 and vampirism 7. And pure damage and defense. Okay, we'll upgrade the armor. I think I don't need to be too precious about upgrading these things for a couple of loops. If I don't have to be too precious about it, what I really want to do is basically just compare the color and the level and then just drag it over and continue going. No, the other is way better. You know, unless it's close in situations like that. Meadow Grove. Do you want to extend the groves? I guess in general, yeah, but... Let's get that grove there. Let's get a blood grove near the base. Finally, another wheat fields. Can't place it until I get another village, though. Armored wall working well. This is trying to spawn something again for us, thankfully. I do like it when it spawns those. They seem quite powerful. %200% on the Rat Wolf, unfortunately. I was really hoping it was going to be a Quest Harpy. Rocco here. Okay, so Village can now give us 2 more. Village goes there, 2 more wheat fields. Another Oblivion has come out, so I can use the Oblivion to remove the Goblin Camp, which I think I will actually do. And then pop the Blood Grove down here. Yeah, unfortunately that means we're not doing the Harpy play, but I feel like we have a lot of materials for that too. I guess, you know, everything is going to want steel and metal for a while. Oh, top right. Hang on. Choosing your trait. Every counter heals the... so here's how you have the ability to kind of direct your play over the course of a run. Neat. By leveling and giving yourself traits from the aforementioned at the start of the run trait deck, which align with what you really have. You'll get a choice of 3 new traits, doesn't cost a trait point, neat. Deals you a full hand of Oblivion cards. From now on, using Oblivion cards heals the hero by 10% of his max HP. Every counter heals the hero for 1.5 times loop HP. Holy sh... I think Blissful Ignorance might be... It destroys the other ones that you have as well, and it gives you something else instead. Memory fragments. Rumors, myths, and some solutions. It will take you weeks to understand this, and it will take years to understand if you really need this. 10 of them for a book of memories. Neat, neat, super cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so this is a full hand. I'm gonna need to start replacing things. So let's Oblivion this, which immediately recreates it on the other side. Okay. And then I'll Oblivion it on the other side. And then I'll put one there, and then I'll Oblivion that, and then... So this is just to clear out a little, tiny little of space in my hand. I keep trying to use hand gestures to communicate things to you. It's not possible for me to do. I'm not on camera. 11 defense, counter vampirism, not my kind of thing. Do you want to know how you get memory fragments? Nope. They'll turn up. Also, I think something already told me that you get memory fragments from a building that I haven't built in town. I looked at the descriptions of those buildings. Make a 3-tile village? But I can't do that. They are girded already. Elsewise, damage wall as well as, well, I mean, damage wall still makes that eclipse it. No need on those. Turn in a useful quest. This is a Vampirism 10 sword. Ooh, higher attack speed and regen? Some of my favorite statistics. Mountain number 1. Perfect. Hang on, wait a second. It's not just giving me the bonus for completing a mountain peak. When I remove that as well, it re-gives me the bonus for all of these mountains being placed initially. I'm just getting more metal again. Well, metal, I'm getting stone again. Ugh. That's good. Yeah, I can't save hand space forever for a bunch of stuff. I also can't play the wheat fields at all. Rock. Oblivion. Oh my god, another rock. Thank you. Rock. Oblivion. Metamorphosis. The world's ability to change and transform is carefully detached from its existence, put into an orb and destroyed. It's nice that it isn't irreversible. So noticeable changes. Neat. Getting a decent amount of those. We've also got a 5 cost... More counter? 4% more counter, 3 more defense, no evasion. I'm okay with that. Still seems an upgrade for us. Us. Oh, quest gold, 200% HP on the flesh golem. That's a rough draw for us, I think. Doing decent counters. Excuse me? Alright. Infinite loot out of that one. Let's have a look at what our best weapon would be. The Dirk is 11 to 17 with 3 defense, 4 attack speed, and 8 evasion. 13 to 19 on the rapier with pure damage, defense, and vampirism. We'll be taking that. This ring is attack speed, counter, regen, and evasion, but kind of depressingly small amounts of each. It'll still be better. Pure damage, defense, and attack speed. That's great attack speed. The place is basically exact the same that we already had. Nice. Don't lose track of anything else at the moment. No, it's all looking good to me. So few spiders. Ultimately. So there is also a maximum hand size as well, which... How many things have I destroyed? Once, I think 4. So it's like 12-ish maximum hand size. Do you have to consider that and continue playing around it? It's just a 20 shield with 4 pure damage on. That'll do. So Raps, now that you have a sense of where the game has possibilities that lay in hiding for you, describe your joy percent on a scale of Chihuahua to Samoyed. Those are both dogs, which to me means they are both 200% joy percent. In terms of scale of size, how about like a young adult Doberman? Seeing the general area in which we are going to continue moving, and there are a few things that I am very, very excited to unlock and test. It seems like it's going to be doing the thing where, you know, anytime you get familiar with basic quote-unquote gameplay loop, then it will iterate upon it, right? You will have gotten enough resources to go back to town, make some sort of a meta upgrade that will then change the way the game is played. Biggest example so far for us being active traits suddenly and leveling. Thanks for the quests. 12% attack speed. Oh, that's fast. Really appreciate all of the extra resources we're getting just for popping these off the bottom. So little I have to do for them. Okay, the meadows. Oh. There we go. Totally reasonable space for those. Thank you. I was waiting on another Oblivion. Just didn't know what I was going to do without him. It does finally give me something to put these meadows next to, though. Yeah. Kind of comfy with the rest of these spaces as they stand. I don't know, this one actually might be in for the long haul. I mostly just wanted to stay until I managed to use out all of my Oblivions and Mountains doing this stuff over here. But I'll stay as long as the game permits. Attack speed 4% on this one, so we only lose 4%. We lose a little bit of pure damage. We get a decent amount of vampirism as well as some max HP out of it. This ring for way better attack speed. Love that. The shield has vampirism on it as well. Ooh, yes. Okay, we've got some more upkeep for our HP in this build now. What happens to the wheat hills if you destroy their village? Good question. Don't know yet. 8% on the attack speed. Slightly lower vampirism, but more attack speed and more max HP. I prefer that. Okay, that mace does 21 to 31 damage. It just outclasses the rapier. Too much. No, I'm probably near max hand size-ish at this point. Stop moving. Thank you. Game. Grove goes... Guess here. A rock uses the ability to blow that up. Build the rock again. Oh, new perk 2. Yes. Supplies. The hero leaves 10% of his findings in the camp when passing through the campfire tile. Shieldmaster, 10% chance upon hit of stunning target for 1 second. Or Survivalists, if your HP drops below 30%, your regeneration is doubled. Shieldmaster, I guess, is the only one here that I think is super valuable because I intend to go through the rest of the loops and try and kill. Let's try it. Village destroyed. Overgrown field. No one sowed it, and no one will harvest its crops. Yet it's still here somehow. During combat, adds Field of Blades to empty combat spaces. Running out of spaces to place these. Great series of attacks, though. And again. Okay. Have I already reached like my maximum amount of villages? We found 3 or more Oblivions before we found another village. I haven't found a cemetery in a billion years, let alone a blood grove. Huge amount of meadows. Can't be mad at that. A ring of lower attack speed but higher damage to all. Okay, so Field of Blades. Plant Swarm has a soul. So it turns this into kind of more of an AoE kind of battle. Also gives you the ability to get a ridiculous amount more loot. Damage to wall or counter percentage. Probably care more about damage to wall. Oh. They said it could not be done. They said it should not be done. I'm gonna destroy the Oblivion there and place down a third village. Getting a bandit. I have been bamboozled. I got. Thought 3 villages was super important. That's what I get for reading chat. My just desserts served quickly. Got that one open. Get another meadow, another wheat field. Still can't put the wheat fields anywhere. Destroy that, pop another rock down. Oblivion, I forgot, I can destroy those. Anything else? I think we are kind of rounding the corner on the end of our ability to really grow much here. Symmetry goes there. For symmetry. Sorry, for symmetry. Excuse me, level 8. What? Yeah, it's just basically double damage. We'll take that. Pure damage, 18, just on every single hit. Oh, that's a lot of attack speed we have to lose for that, though. Bigger attack number means more vampirism? Oh boy. Another boss flesh golem. We're gonna get great items here, hopefully. And gosh, if it don't look like we did. A level 8 shield, 24 defense, 8 attack speed, 6 defense, so the 30 total defense, 4 pure damage, great. Vampirism of 10%, regen, pure damage on this as well. We lose the attack speed modifier, but I think that's still worth it there. For mountain, we will mountain. This has got to be absurd. The fact that we've managed to do this with all of the Oblivions over the course of this, that has ultimately got to be way too powerful. Like, that feels like a speed appropriate strat. Symmetry leading in. Yeah, Spider Cocoon. Where is it? There? Hey, another village. Finally, I'll have the ability to pop down my next 2 wheat fields. The dawn of the final loop. So much rock. A blood grove for good effect further up still again. Ah, so we appear to have reached the maximum amount of metamorphosis we can take home. Good. So were we mainly getting change orbs from having the mountain peak? Because I thought it was giving us also preserved rock, but it might have only been giving us amount of preserved rock, you know, for the rocks that we were putting down. Oh, you can retreat at a village. That's what the supplies trade is good for, right? You send 10% of it back to base and then you continue farming it up. That's so cool. Well, I continue on my loops, I think. Oh, I'm at camp. I lost track of it. I think this is coming along quite well. I'll keep an eye out for any higher tier weapon that looks like it should come with this. Oh, that weapon looks like it's mine. A slightly worse damage range, but it has a 15% chance to counter. Lower pure damage by 14, but I get regen, I get vampirism, I get defense. I think I might actually need that just for sustain in the final fight. Oh, it looks like we're about to level again too. Okay, each of the times we're killing each of these, I think we're getting a little bit of food. Ah, that's the real benefit in them. Next trait, card sharp. 10% chance to keep the card after placing its tile. Doesn't work with golden cards. Hero deals 1.5 damage for each potion used since this trait has been taken. Or hero rushes into battle head on with his first attack, has a 75% chance to stun enemies for 1 second. Sound good. From barely being able to take any resources home to taking almost maximum resources home. I just can't be sad about that. I can't find a way. Yeah, that pure damage is nice again, but I prefer the attack speed. Unfortunately, I have a lot more wheat fields than I have the ability to play wheat fields. Alright. Hopefully I get so many meadows over the course of this that I can actually fill out everything I'm trying to do right now up there. Those Oblivions also help along your run because they slow down the boss bar. Neat. Defense 27. No, it's still way lower than what we have. Just pure damage on the ring as well. I don't think we can finish another treasury before the game is like, nope, you're not allowed to play anymore. Here it goes. Finish the treasury. Never mind, I got it. Got him in the end. Let's go village. Double wheat field over here. Double spiders up in this corner as well. Rock there. Continue making our way through towards them. That's right. Wow, would you look at all those lich palaces? All of them upgrading the incursion here. Ah, all the lich palaces they managed to spawn. Level 9 shield's probably good. It's got 3 more defense at a trade-off of 4 pure damage and attack speed. It's just unfortunate that it's basic rarity. Oh, this one though. 22 defense, vampirism of 11%, regen as well as pure damage. It's probably irreplaceable. I like having the vampirism, so I don't think I'll be replacing that. But this 8 weapon, 24 to 36, attack speed up 8% as well as evasion 12%. That's huge. Orb of Expansion, a physical manifestation of an expanding orb in the form of a little sphere. We actually may also be able to pop open the last treasury. Hell yes. Not maybe, we will be. In fact, can I do it again? Four resources at their max cap. Yep. Ain't it grand? A ring of 9. Ooh, okay. Core damage 2, yes. Counter 8. Oh, man, that ring looks bad to me. Evasion 15%. 9% evasion. We'll take that, I think. We're one more space worth of battle before we go in. Just gonna reform those fields correctly. Hello, Sans Loop Hero.
How is it possible?
That's right. You didn't devour me like the rest of the world. Haven't I? Don't you think so? Different. Easy to do the nasal. What are you talking about? I'm standing right in front of you. I consumed all of your reality. Its every element now rests in a separate pocket dimension. Spaces, living beings, information, even memories. They shall tell there, remain there until entropy does its work, turning everything into a uniform static mass. Along with you, of course. You're insane. So what do we have here? I see. You found a way to interact with the other pieces of your reality. Organizing, combining, and merging them. Forming unions with them. But how? I don't see any exceptional talents or knowledge in you. Just slightly reminds me of the boardroom meeting where one of the Amazon execs was referring to Chris Smalls as not particularly bright. Chris Smalls, who has been instrumental in unionizing a bunch of Amazon warehouses. Yeah, underestimate at your own risk. You hardly even understand what's happening, right? I'll tell you what's happening. A pile of bones is butchering my world and thinks it can get away with it. You're already doomed and you know it. Perhaps you're just the first in a series of systematic errors. A problem I must learn to solve. Let's not waste any time then. I don't think you're capable of feeling regret, but I'm about to change that. Okay, Lich has 138 damage, 0.36 attacks per second. Is a mage, undead, cosmic, has a soul, researcher. Health and damage are increased by 5% for every Lich's palace at the start of the battle. None of those exist. Does pure damage. The moving the hand forward and then thrusting it towards the ground is definitely a Sans reference. It has to be. They have an attack animation that I think is a correct reference. I still have potions, bud. Got claimed by the blood. Nonsense! This is impossible for so many reasons. I don't understand. Now put everything back the way it was. I can't. I've already completed my task, even if the result is not perfect. You're in no position to refuse, you sack of bones. He's already received everything I could gather. I just wanted to see how our crusade against the universe would end. To witness what will become of it. My presence is no longer required. Who is he? I get it. You're connected somehow, right? That's why. You'll find out soon enough. This anomaly won't escape his attention. My explanation would be meaningless to you now. So spare me your wheezing and die. If that sack of bones was telling the truth, I have a long journey ahead. I'll build my whole world from scratch if I have to, and the skull of that monster will be the first brick in its foundation. Choose one reward. Each day passes 15% faster access tilt. Grants the hero +1 resurrection with full healing, as well as treasure hunter. Or just an assortment of resources. I think I go the assortment of resources, to be entirely honest with you. Do I? No, wait, that sounds bad. Maybe it's good. 5% for a chest to spawn on top of a killed enemy. That actually seems way better than all the rest of them entirely. I mean, treasure hunter. We are a treasure hunter from now on. And we will retreat with all of our resources. Everyone listen. The lich is dead. The curse has been lifted, but... What lich? And what curse? I mean, I believe you, of course. I just have no idea what you're talking about. You don't remember the dead sorcerer? The one with the fur coat and the scepter? Shrouded in nebulas, floating atop the world with big shining wings, consuming it piece by piece? That's strange. And everything here does look the same. Why? I guess he wasn't the only reason for this darkness then. That skeleton mentioned him. Whoever he is, he must have something to do with the obliteration of the world. It seems I have no other options to continue my expeditions. Baby, we're all stacked up on resources. We could build almost the supply depot. Almost go immediately up to the top of all the things we are capable of building. I can go cemetery, and it looks like I'd be able to go cemetery as well as the... Oh, I don't need a farm. Passing through a cemetery tile will grant... sorry, during an expedition will grant you a memory... There we go. So that's how we get the memory fragments. Thank you. This place is nice, calm. There are people here, but they're quiet. They look grim. I can tell you that they can tell you as much if you can listen. Another build for the home away from... Ooh, hang on, smithy. Provides the basic warrior gear at the start of every expedition, unlocks the ability to craft tools for the supply of the depot is built, and then also a smelter afterwards. The smelter seems like it's going to be really, really important. Okay, let's get the refuge. There are exiles even in exile, yo. Don't go too hard on the lost souls you have found respecting one on gambling. Why don't you take a seat down, pick yourself a poison to drink? But I'm not here for the... That's strange. This place and this life, it all seems so familiar. Now we are talking. So you found yourself living on the road, a bit of robbery maybe, or collecting bounties for some unlucky souls. It's as if someone else knew and did all this, and now I have their knowledge and skills. And somehow I literally have 2 aces in my sleeve now. And this coin purse? I think they stole that too. Wait, that's my purse. You don't believe me? Well, feel free to come by if you want to discuss your new trade. I didn't know this. I didn't become this good with knives by working in the kitchen, you know? Any more we can build? Just short on smithing, unfortunately. Just short on the smithy, in fact.